Hi friends, I want to do a little summary video of the good news that's happened with USCIS new changes, new policies this week. And before I get right into the good news of this last week, I ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, if you like this video, hit the like, the little thumbs up button below, and stay tuned for more videos that I'm making almost daily about immigration news and changes with immigration and family law. So, the first good news that came out is that USCIS implemented this new policy for, number one, expediting certain cases. Now, if you have hardship, if you have humanitarian reasons, like you have health problems, or you need to travel, or something like that because somebody in your family is sick or dying, or, there's special circumstances that make you different, that give you a reason to expedite your case and makes you different from everyone else, USCIS is creating a new process that you can ask for expediting your case. So this is big news. Number two, the work permits for people who are waiting for their green cards through marriage and family unifications will now be 2 years. Up until now, they were for 1 year duration. They expired after 1 year. If you filed through marriage, or if you filed for family unification, that will now be for 2 years, and it gives them the time to process your case. Another major news is, and this is a big turnaround from what Trump changed, is that when you file your immigration forms, any kind of forms, and you're missing information, or you have a mistake, which happens, we're all human, in your form, they're not going to anymore automatically deny your case. Now they will be required to send you something called request for evidence or notice of intent to deny, and give you the chance to fix the mistake, to add some document, to add information that they're missing. And sometimes they are the ones who lost that information. I see a lot of that in my practice. So now they're not just going to deny you automatically. They will give you a chance to add information and fix mistakes. Another new thing that's happened is they're going to let some people have fee waivers. That's when you have a hardship and you can show financial hardship, situations where you really don't have the money, you have very low income, tax returns, maybe, God forbid, you're sick or on Medicaid. If you can document it, they will not charge you a fee. And also there will be fee waivers available for good charitable organizations that are promoting cultural and social interests of America. And because they're good organizations, and if they ask, they will not have to pay filing fees. And as you know, USCIS fees are very high right now. So for some people, this will be a real godsend, okay? Today's news is that there's a new procedure called bonafide determination for people who already filed for the U visa. U visa is for people who are themselves victims or witnesses of crimes by someone else. In other words, let's say somebody robbed the store and an immigrant saw this happen. And maybe they were in the store and the criminal shot at them or threatened them. And if that person, the immigrant, goes to the police, becomes a witness, helps identify the criminal, helps them arrest the guy and put him in jail, they can apply for the U visa. U visa protects witnesses and victims of crimes and gives people an incentive to help the government. So those people will now be able to get a work permit, and even more importantly, a special status called deferred action. That's a special status that prevents you from being deported. Other good news are that InfoPass is now become available. If you need customer service on your application, you're not able to get a physical customer service appointment, but of course you have to call the 1-800 number for USCIS. You have to talk to the agent. They will schedule you to get an email, and if they do give you the request for the appointment, they will email you the appointment time and place, and you can print the email and bring it with you when you need to ask your question and you need physical customer service for something. And that's usually people wanting to know what's going on with their case. That's usually when somebody wants a stamp to show that they're in status or something like that, or if they have an emergency and they need to travel as an emergency. Other good news, and this is related, of course, is that the Department of Homeland Security, they have gotten back their power of discretionary ability to close out certain deportation cases. So immigration prosecutors, we call them trial attorneys or ICE attorneys, during Trump lost their power to agree to terminate certain deportations. For example, let me just explain what that means. Let's say somebody files for a marriage case, but they had an asylum case before, so that is why they have open deportation proceedings in immigration court. So before, we used to be able to say to the judge, Your Honor, here's a copy of the family petition, receipt notice, there's no crimes here, the person was never deported before, this is not a dangerous person, let him close out his deportation, terminate immigration court, and just get his green card through USCIS. In the old days, that worked, and they would get closed out. During Trump, they said no, neither the judge nor the immigration prosecutor can agree to terminate cases for all of these people. You have to keep them in immigration court, in deportation. So now they got their prosecutorial discretion power back. Now, if you have a humanitarian case, if somebody's pregnant or aging, old, has health problems, has some sort of a humanitarian hardship, and you can show that the person is not dangerous, doesn't have arrest, doesn't have anything major wrong with them, you can ask the government attorneys to agree with you and ask the court to terminate that person's, or at least administratively close that person's removal proceeding until maybe they have like a marriage to a U.S. citizen or some other way to permanently get a green card. So that's new, and that's all happened this week, and I ask you to stay tuned for more of our informational sessions here where I talk about good immigration news. It's Marina Shepelsky. I'll see you soon.